VJ, I have a feeling that you're going to go with your boy Jimmy Burgers here to go ahead and upset the Kansas City Chiefs. Go ahead, lay out what the Chargers need to do to beat the Chiefs, because it seemed the Raiders couldn't do it, the Broncos couldn't do it. What do the Chargers need to do to beat Kansas City?
It's going to be hard without some of their weapons that are hurt. Like Dobbins is on the IR. All right, so you're in Haskins now. You know what's funny? I thought about you watching the game last week against the Falcons, because when we hear Dobbins is out, I look at you and I go, Haskins tomorrow, over under 7 carries. We both were like, over.
And he fumbled.
He fumbled on the first play of the first carry, which gave up points to Atlanta. He didn't touch the field the rest of the game. So Harbaugh sat his guy down. He had him in college. He sat his guy down. So what they're going to have to do is use that defense that they've been using. Derwin James was on fire last week after kind of having a subpar game the week prior to that against the Baltimore Ravens on Monday Night Football. So I think their defense is going to have to do what the defense does. The Chiefs, I don't think that they have been trying to lose games. I just think that this is their third year trying to go for a Super Bowl, in which they've won 2 the previous 2 years. They've played into the AFC Championship game or the Super Bowl for the last 4 years. Excuse me. And I think that it's just starting to it wears on you. It like the Patriots had years where they were losing the divisional round, and you go, what? Well, yeah, dude, they just played in 3 of the last 4 Super Bowls. That's a lot of football. Mm-hmm. And to be locked in the way they're locked in, right? They don't have fun. It's business up there. It's cold. It's jury. I used to live in Canton and Avon up there in Massachusetts. I used to be up there. I know it's not pleasurable. It's not. And all you got is football. So that's what they did, and that's what they do. So when you're locked in like that, it weighs on you when the seasons go long, man. And I don't think they're trying to lose games. I just think that
she's making.
I got what she's saying. Not trying to lose. I know, but just they like flying. I'll say it like this: flying close to the sun. Sooner or later, your damn wings are gonna melt. Okay, I think that's what they're doing. What the Chargers have to do, though, defense has to be on point. They're top 5 in defensive third down conversions. They are the number 1 scoring defense in football, and they're also a top 5 team in turnover differentials. Like their defense is going to be what they're going to need. Now, on the offensive side of the ball, they've got to find Quinn. Listen, I banged on him enough. Give me 30 seconds, right? I banged on you enough. Okay, I'm looking in the camera right now. Quinn Johnston, bruh, you got to do it now. You got. I'm telling you, if you don't now, clip this, Mary. If you don't now, you're going to be out of the league in 2 to 3 years. Because they'll cut you after this year. You'll get picked up by some other team, but then they see you won't work. Then you'll be on somebody's practice squad, and then you'll be in the USFL. I'm telling you, I've seen this happen with receivers. A guy like you has got to be present tomorrow. You've got to be present. You can't leave it to Lad McConkey. You just can't. Not against this Chiefs defense, which is very, very good, because they're probably going to put Trent on him, and that locks that down.
Well, that'll be erasure.
Yeah, that locks that down. You put Trent on him, that locks that down. Okay? So this has to be the time where a guy like Quinn, you've got to show up. You just got to, man. And I think they need a third offensive guy that just has one of those days for them. Cannot turn the ball over against this Chiefs defense. But they had this team with 10 points in the fourth quarter earlier this year. So the defense knows they know them. This is a division game. This is going to be a fist fight. It's going to be a little cold out there, but I do expect the Chargers to go out there and keep it close. I'm sure Ian will have this as one of our picks. I'll give my pick then, but I think the Chargers will go out there and have it close. But defense, third down, turnovers.
Yeah, see, for me, I think I've been paying attention to this, right? The conversation. Are the Chiefs lucky or are they good? I think that part of being good in the NFL is being drilled down to the point that you aren't making the type of mistakes that Denver and Vegas are making.
Yeah, that everybody else makes. Yeah.
Like that to me is like, yeah, that makes you really good. Yep. It makes you really good that your center doesn't snap the ball to the quarterback and on the last snap of the game.
Yeah.
That means why did that happen to them and not you? It's because you're better than them.
Yep.
That you prepared more.
Yep, you're better prepared.
Right?
Yep.
Like, it's not like it was just a magic thing that happened, or it's just, oh my goodness, can you believe it? A meteor struck and the center sniped the ball before Aiden O'Connell was ready.
Yeah, it's not luck. You didn't win the church bingo,
Like, it's not luck that the right guard on the field goal attempt for the Broncos got ran over.
That still hurts, doesn't it?
It's not luck, but it's not luck.
No, it's not.
It hurts because I probably could have paid my rent if that field goal had gone up and in.
With that. Yeah, you could have paid it with that.
And there's
alone.
no doubt in my mind that Will Lutz, who I've watched kick many game-winning field goals for New Orleans over through my days, and that Sean Payton, Will Lutz connection.
Oh, yeah, of course, down in New Orleans.
He would have made that field goal. But it doesn't matter because Kansas City had seen something on film
to say, they saw that
and
where they can
busted
break
it out
yep.
at the right time.
Yeah.
That doesn't make you lucky. That makes you really, really, really freaking good.
Yep. 14 straight games, 1 possession wins.
And sometimes
14 straight.
Throughout the course of things, you'll get lucky. Like sometimes David Tyree will pin the ball to his helmet surrounded by 3 people, right? And
as Rodney Harrison is swiping at the ball.
I'm just and that's just an example.
Yeah, no, I got you. Yeah.
But you had to get to the moment. And then all of us, like once you get, you know what, you could be unlucky. Maybe you're Kansas City a few years back, and you get to the Super Bowl, first Super Bowl for Patrick Mahomes. For one of the trying to stack, and you're going up against Brady, and all of a sudden, both your tackles get hurt.
I was about to say you don't have any
tackles.
Now
you don't got no tackles. You know what? That's bad luck. It's bad luck.
Yeah.
But if you're able to overcome that, you know what? That makes you really freaking good. The Chiefs are really, really good, And the thing I think is the most impressive, and one of the things that actually, matter of fact, this is something that Kansas City does.
There's luck in sports. That's what I hate when people say that. You're not lucky.
You might want to continue this conversation into the next segment. We'll see here. But something that Kansas City does that they do every week that they get chastised for, which is like just winning the game. They don't care necessarily how it looks or what it feels like. They just win, right? Win. The Lions did that on Thursday, and I think on Friday everybody missed it. Everybody missed the fact.
Of course.
Because it's all Dan Campbell. Dan Campbell going forward on fourth down. Dan Campbell going forward and deep in his own territory. Now, Kansas City kicks a lot of field goals because they do not have the offensive firepower they once did. Even though they got Mahomes, it's still, we know we're probably going to score somewhere between 18 and 24 points. Let's go ahead and hold the opponent to just below that.
Yep.
In Detroit on Thursday, they had every single member of the front 7, I looked this up, who played over 40% of the snaps on Thursday night was on a practice squad in 2023.
Their defense is decimated.
Their defense is decimated.
Detroit's defense is decimated.
They gave up a touchdown on that one where Jahmyr Gibbs was tackled 4th and 2 on his own 31-yard line. Yeah. Guess what? They were giving up a touchdown the next drive regardless. Yeah. They said, we're going to win this game with our best unit. Yeah, they're like, it's only 36 seconds left. I don't know, VJ, how much time was on the clock when the Bears lost to the Commanders the play before?
What was it, like 9 seconds or something crazy like that?
But do you see what I'm saying? Like, 30 seconds is enough.
The Bears would think about Thanksgiving Day with the Bears.
Exactly.
They had 31 seconds that day.
Exactly.
And they blew the whole 31 seconds.
So, but you're looking at a defense in which Jamal Adams and Quan Alexander are playing over 40% of the snaps. No, this is not the 2015 Pro Bowl.
Nah.
This is 2024. Okay? That's what you're doing here. And you got the best offensive line in football.
Oh, man.
You know what I mean? So, no, it wasn't just, let's just recklessly gamble. And the last thing I'll say, people say, Dan Campbell's got to change his attitude because he's no longer the underdog. I know what Vegas said in that game. The Lions were 3-point favorites. Any game in which you are starting or playing 7 guys who were on practice squads at the start of the season, you are the underdog.
Yeah.
You are the underdog.
Absolutely. Great job by them too, man. And people are stupid. Honestly, you know me. I'll say it. I don't care. People are stupid. He needs to change. Why? He's an old school football guy. There's people I'm in a press box, press room with Harbaugh who don't like him. You know how I react to that. The first time a guy looked at me, he was like, "Oh God, I can't stand him." Dude, I looked at him. I want the fight. What? Hold on. You watch your mouth first of all. You taunt your mouth. Shut your mouth. That's Coach Harbaugh you're talking about. The hell you mean you don't like him? Who are you? What do you do? All right, you shut up and sit down and ask your damn questions. You don't talk about Coach Harbaugh. He's a football guy. You can have the charismatic guy to sit there and says all the answers, all 3 phases of the game. They play really well. We have a lot of respect for them. That D coordinator is really good. He has those guys already prepared, so we got to prepare our guys too to get ready to do battle on Sunday. Okay, if that's what you want to hear, or Do you want to hear somebody just talk like football, genuine love for the game and the guys that he's around and that he coaches and things of that nature? That's Dan Campbell. Dude, that post game in the locker room, outstanding. Really quick, have you started Hard Knocks AFC North yet?
I have not, but
Tonight.
I heard that Tomlin is steals the show.
Oh, come on, man. Why'd you do that? Who told you that?
I mean, I didn't see it
I know,
yet.
but somebody told you.
Yeah, I mean,
all right, tell
VJ,
that person keep their mouth shut. Don't be spoiling stuff.
It's just hard. This is my job every day.
Well, I know you over FS1 say, look, my Saturday co-host told me you guys need to, quiet down on the spoilers because I go in talking about it and it sets him off.